Hello everyone and welcome back to English Flow channel, where learning English is easy, natural, and enjoyable. I'm Anna.
And hello to all our friends listening today. It is so lovely to be here again. I'm feeling very cheerful this morning.
I can see that, David. You look very happy today. What is the reason?
Well, the weather is beautiful, I have a warm cup of my favourite tea, and we are talking about a topic that everyone can use in real life.
That is very true. Today we are talking about small talk.
Yes, those short little conversations we have with neighbours, co-workers, people at the gym, or even someone standing next to us in a shop.
Exactly. Small talk may seem simple, but for many English learners it can feel difficult.
Yes, it is like a little bridge between two people, but sometimes that bridge can feel a bit scary.
It does not need to be scary, David. Today we are going to show everyone how to do small talk in a very easy and natural way.
That sounds great, so we will have simple tips and also some more advanced ideas.
Yes, exactly. We will start with very basic small talk, then move to the next level, and finally talk about more natural and confident conversation.
Perfect. I'm ready already.
Me too, but before we begin, we should say one quick thing to our listeners.
Yes, of course, if you enjoy learning English with us, please take a second to like this video. It really helps the channel.
And do not forget to subscribe to English Flow channel so you never miss a new episode.
And if you have a friend who is learning English too, send this episode to them.
Yes, learning with a friend is always more fun.
All right, Anna, let's begin at the beginning.
Yes, let's start with level 1, basic small talk.
Level 1 sounds good. So this is for those moments when you see someone and do not know what to say?
Exactly. Imagine you are in a lift, or waiting for a bus, or standing in line at the supermarket. It is quiet, and the silence feels a little uncomfortable.
Oh yes, I know that feeling very well. Just yesterday I was in the lift in my building. A man came in and both of us just looked at the door and said nothing.
That is a perfect example. In a moment like that, you do not need difficult vocabulary. You only need a simple conversation starter.
A starter, I like that word. Like the first step.
Yes, exactly. And one of the easiest topics is the weather.
Of course, everyone talks about the weather.
Yes, because it is safe, easy, and something both people can notice immediately.
So I could say, it's very sunny today, isn't it?
Perfect. Or if it is cold, you can say, it's freezing this morning.
That sounds easy enough. I actually tried that recently at a bus stop. I said, it's really windy today.
And what happened?
The woman next to me laughed and said, yes, I can hardly keep my scarf on.
See? That is wonderful. A very simple comment, and suddenly you have a small connection.
Yes, it felt nice, short, easy, and friendly.
That is the secret of level 1. Keep it short. You do not need to speak for 10 minutes. A greeting, a simple comment, and a smile are enough.
I like that. So if I am in a supermarket and there is a very long queue, I can say, it's busy here today, isn't it?
Exactly. That is a perfect level 1 sentence.
Good, I think I can do that. But what about level 2?
Level 2 is for when you want the conversation to continue a little more.
So maybe with a co-worker, a classmate, or someone you see often?
Yes, exactly. This is intermediate small talk.
So what do we do at that level?
At level 2, you ask open questions.
Open questions?
Yes, questions that invite more than just yes or no.
Oh, so the opposite of a closed question.
Exactly. For example, if I ask, did you have a good weekend? You can answer, yes, and then the conversation may stop.
Yes, that is very short.
But if I ask, what did you do this weekend? Then you have to say more.
I understand. I might say, I visited my sister, or I stayed home and watched a film.
Exactly. Open questions help the other person share a little story.
Let me try one. Anna, what did you do last Saturday?
Last Saturday, I went to a small bookstore in the city center. It was very quiet and cozy.
Oh, that sounds lovely. What kind of books do you usually enjoy reading?
Very good, David. That is exactly the kind of follow-up question we want.
Really?
Yes, because you listened carefully to what I said and then asked for more detail.
It actually felt very natural.
Good. That is the goal. Small talk should not feel like a school exercise. It should feel like a game.
A game?
Yes, like a game of catch. One person throws the ball with a question, the other person catches it and throws it back.
I really like that image. It makes conversation feel much easier.
Good. Now, do you have a story about level 2?
Actually, yes, something funny happened this morning.
Oh, tell me.
I went to my usual coffee shop. There was a man outside with a big, beautiful golden dog.
Oh, I already love this story.
I wanted to practice my small talk, so I smiled and said, "Your dog is beautiful. What's his name?"
That is a very good conversation starter.
Yes, but then the man looked at me very seriously and said, "He does not have a name. He is a secret agent."
What?
Yes, a secret agent dog.
Oh, David, that is so funny.
I had no idea what to say. I just stood there and looked at him. My English disappeared completely for 2 seconds.
Sometimes that happens. Some people have a strange sense of humor.
I could not tell if he was joking or not.
In that kind of moment, you can simply laugh and say something like, "Oh, I see. Very mysterious."
Very mysterious. That is good. I will remember that next time I meet a secret agent dog.
Yes, remember that even in your own language, that would be a strange moment.
That is true, but later I had a much better experience. I saw a woman reading a travel magazine, and I asked, "Are you planning a trip?"
Oh, that is a lovely question.
Yes, and then she told me all about her dream to visit Greece. We talked for about 5 minutes.
That is wonderful. One strange conversation and one very nice one. That is real life.
Yes, exactly. So now we have level 1 and level 2. What is level 3?
Level 3 is advanced small talk.
That sounds serious.
It is not too serious. It simply means you are comfortable enough to share a little opinion, feeling, or small reflection.
Ah, I see, but not dangerous topics, I hope.
Definitely not. We are not talking about politics or religion.
Good.
I mean simple opinions on light topics. For example, if you are talking about a film, you could say, "I thought the ending was a bit sad, but the music was beautiful. What did you think?"
So first I share my opinion, and then I invite the other person to share theirs.
Exactly. That creates a deeper connection.
That makes sense. It shows a little more personality.
Yes, you can also talk about learning something new. For example, "I'm trying to learn how to cook, but my rice is always too soft. Do you have any tips?"
Oh yes, people love giving advice.
They really do. It makes them feel useful.
I have a good example of level 3 from last week.
Oh, I would love to hear it.
At work, my colleague Emma looked very stressed. Usually we just say, "Hi, how are you?" And then both of us say, "Fine."
Ah, yes, the famous fine.
Exactly. But this time I paused and said, "You look very busy today. Is everything okay? Do you need help with anything?"
That is very kind.
She stopped for a moment and said, "Thank you for asking. I'm just feeling overwhelmed because of a big project."
And then?
We talked for a few minutes. I could not solve her problem, but she seemed to feel much better after speaking about it.
That is such a good example. You moved past very basic small talk and showed empathy.
Yes, and it made me realize something important.
What is that?
Small talk is not always small. Sometimes it is the beginning of real connection.
I completely agree. Small talk is like the front door to a bigger relationship.
That is a beautiful way to say it.
Thank you. And now, David, I have a question for you. What happens if someone says something in English and you do not understand one word?
Oh, that happens to me more often than I would like.
What do you do?
Last week someone said, "My commute was terrible today." I did not know the word commute.
And what did you do?
At first I just smiled and nodded, but then I realized I did not really understand the sentence.
So?
So I said, "Sorry, what does commute mean?"
Perfect.
And the person was very nice. He explained that it means the journey to work. And then everything became clear.
Exactly. Never be afraid to ask for meaning.
Yes, it is much better than pretending to understand when you do not.
Absolutely. Most people are happy to explain, and it shows that you are listening carefully.
Yes, better to ask than to smile like a confused robot.
Yes, no robots in small talk.
Anna, I think I am getting more confident with all of this.
That makes me very happy.
We have covered a lot already.
We have. And if you are still listening and enjoying this episode, write the word conversation in the comments.
Yes, write conversation so we know you are practicing with us.
Now, David, we need to talk about one more very important part of small talk.
The beginning?
No, the ending.
Oh, yes. Ending a conversation is hard for me.
A lot of people find that difficult.
Sometimes I do not know how to leave politely. I just keep standing there until the moment becomes awkward.
I think many people know that feeling, but the good news is that there are simple exit phrases.
Such as,
You can say, "Well, it was lovely talking to you, but I should get back to work."
that sounds very natural.
Yes. Or, "I do not want to take up too much of your time, but it was great chatting with you."
Oh, I like that one. It sounds very polite.
It is polite. You are showing respect for the other person's time.
And I suppose we can also add something friendly at the end, like, have a great afternoon.
Exactly. Or, "Enjoy the rest of your day."
Let me practice. Well, Anna, I need to go buy some bread, but it was really nice talking with you. Have a lovely day.
Perfect, David. That was excellent.
Thank you. I feel much better when I have a plan for ending the conversation.
Yes, a good exit makes everything feel easier.
So, Anna, should we do a little recap for everyone?
Yes, let's do that.
First, level 1. Simple, small talk. Talk about the weather or something around you.
Exactly. A simple comment like, "It's very busy here today," is enough.
Then level 2. Open questions.
Yes, ask questions that begin with what, how, or why, and then listen carefully to the answer.
And if the other person says something interesting, ask one more question.
Exactly. That helps the conversation grow naturally.
Then level 3. Share a small opinion, feeling, or reflection.
Yes, that makes the conversation more personal and more meaningful.
We also learned that it is okay to ask when you do not understand a word.
Very important. Asking keeps the conversation alive.
And finally, we practice polite ways to end a conversation.
Yes, no more awkward standing and not knowing how to leave.
This has been so useful, Anna. I feel like I have a whole toolbox now.
I'm so glad to hear that. And remember, everyone, it is okay to make mistakes.
Yes, a mistake only means that you are trying.
Exactly. Communication matters more than perfection.
So be brave, say hello, and see where the conversation goes.
Well, I think that is all the time we have for today's episode of English Flow Channel.
Yes, and we hope these ideas help you feel more confident the next time you speak English.
Try one small conversation today, even if it is only one sentence.
And before you go, please subscribe to English Flow Channel if you enjoyed this episode.
And give this video a like if you learned something new today.
We would also love to hear from you in the comments.
Yes, tell us, what is your favorite topic for small talk?
Is it the weather, travel, hobbies, work, or something else?
Or tell us about a funny or strange conversation you had in English.
We really enjoy reading your stories.
We truly do. It is one of the best parts of what we do.
Thank you so much for listening and practicing with us today.
Yes, thank you. You are doing a wonderful job.
Keep going. Your English gets better every day.
Until next time.
Goodbye, Anna.
Bye for now, David. Bye, everyone, and see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.